I'm here at Salzburg at the Residence Square. This is the largest market in Salzburg. There are several markets here in Salzburg, and we're going to go exploring. You can come along with me. To the right is the Archbishop's residence, the cathedral, and this is the guest house. Pretty nice looking guest house. Okay, we're going to go walking through the markets. The Residenzplatz is the largest market here in Salzburg, and it actually spreads into the Domplatz as well. In fact, there are lots of markets in Salzburg, and I found that this one here in the Residenzplatz seems to have the widest variety of items for sale. So many home decoration items, lots of home decor. I could see a person coming here to completely plan on decorating their home. Other Christmas markets in Europe that we visited had a lot of gift items, I would say, more so than home decor items. You would find ornaments, of course, in every one of the markets. I really like these little mice. And the things in that particular booth are so delicate. All of the white is pretty. You can tell it's a chilly day here in the market. Everyone has on their warm attire, their hats. That's definitely a hint I would give you if you're visiting the markets in Salzburg. Lots of people are here. This is a Friday afternoon when we're visiting the market. I like these topiaries. They are artificial fruits, but they look very real. The candles are really pretty, and they have multiple fragrances available at this stall. Lots of St. Nicholas and Santa Claus items. Now, I'm not sure at this point if we're going into another plaza, if this is the Domplatz or not, but it does just continue and go on. There is a souvenir stand that is just part of the regular local businesses here. But we seem to be entering an area where there are more food offerings at this point. And it's a great way to start out your holiday season by trying some of the different foods. They do offer Glühwein. Glühwein is hot mulled wine. We found that in multiple stands, and you could also find hot punch. This particular booth is selling pretzels. She is putting a spread in a pretzel that she has cut. I bet that would taste so good. I saw several people eating these kinds of pretzels as we visited around the market. Here's another angle of the pretzels. You can tell that there are sweet versions as well as savory versions. More wood-carved items in this particular stall. And we're coming upon some fragrances, lots of oils. Pretty much any kind of syrup you would want. Here is a stand selling popcorn. Also sweet and savory versions. If you made it to the market and didn't have good winter clothing, you can definitely find a scarf or a hat or gloves, fur-lined or not, to keep you nice and toasty warm or to give as a gift. More ornaments and knickknacks. Here's another place for some Glühwein. Here's a stall selling lots of sweet treats. I thought some of these were very interesting, the big suckers. and they had decorated gingerbread for sale. Chocolate-covered strawberries on a stick, candied apples, enough to make your sweet tooth water. More gingerbread. This stall has lots of decorative ornaments, very delicate looking ornaments. One hint I was told was to bring your own bag when you come to the market so that you have room for all the items you might buy. You might want to bring some additional packing type materials so that you don't have to worry about your delicate items breaking. Some of the stalls do give sacks, and some of them have the original boxes that go with some of the items, but don't depend on that. Some of the booths will give you a paper sack or a plastic bag with your purchase, but it's great to have your own bag that you can carry things around in. Now, if you need some fancier clothes, we have some pretty sweaters here, socks, heavy coats, jackets. Well, we've gone pretty much around the perimeter of the market now, so it's time to start looking at some of these booths that are in the center of the market. Find more ornaments. This one had some cards, paper cards that you could send, Christmas cards, thank you cards. More ornaments, some very delicate, some that look a little sturdier. Soaps and sponges, another booth selling sweets and gingerbreads of all kinds. I understand that this was called the Christkindl Market to begin with, or Christ Child Market. That was in about the 15th century, I think. By the 17th century, it started being called the Nikolai Market, or St. Nicholas Market. I like this particular booth because here you can find all the little miniatures you might want for your own personal nativity scene. All the little animals, all the figures, and they were very well crafted. More sweets and goodies. The market is from mid-November until January 1st for the most parts. I do believe that one of the other Christmas markets in Salzburg stays open a little bit later, but most of them opened around the 21st of November in 2024, and I don't know what the opening date will be for the year you plan to come, so you may want to check that to be sure. They do plan other events at the market besides just the stalls and shopping. Here's another one specializing in sweets and breads, and you can get some churros here. More scarves, more hats, more gloves, more things to keep you toasty warm on a very chilly winter day. This booth sold leather goods, belts and wallets. It's another food stand. Soft drinks as well there. If you need some furs, here you go. Fur-lined boots, fur-lined gloves, even fur-lined little baby boots. More glühwein and punch. In the Christmas market, you can purchase your punch or glühwein in a commemorative mug. The mugs are really pretty, and they are specific to the market where it's purchased. Most cases, you will pay for your drink and you'll pay a deposit on the mug. Then if you bring the mug back, you get your deposit back. Candles.
Sorry.
Lots of cookies. I haven't seen many jewelry stalls in this particular market. Some markets seem to have a lot of jewelry in there. This market did have toys, though. You could buy several wooden toys and games at this particular stall. A pet stall, toys for your pet. Here's one of those jewelry stalls that I was saying we didn't find. More decorations and knickknacks for the season. And there were some booths set up all around the market where if you wanted to have a commemorative photo made while you're here, you could do that. Here's a booth selling clocks. And one with wind catchers. All kinds of cookie cutters available here. I believe you could cut out about any shape you wanted for cookies. More Christmas ornaments as well as breads. And if you need a nutcracker, this is the stand for you. Snow globes are always popular, although I would be very hesitant to pack one in my suitcase just in case it was to break and get everything wet. But they sure are pretty. I know that the market would be really gorgeous at night. I can't imagine how pretty it would be. The whole city of Salzburg is very pretty and well decorated. If you need some soaps, you can find them here as well as sponges too. We'll take a little look back at some of the architecture. We've been looking at the Christmas things for so long. And let's head under the archway here to explore a little more. This booth has cider and punch, schnitzels and hot dogs, all kinds of offerings tucked away in this little corner. And there was a photographer setting up for a photo shoot, I assume. Another pretzel shop. Looks like she's cutting some kinds of cinnamon rolls in this particular booth. And we have crepes right next to that. And some waffles. A good warm waffle or crepe when it's chilly outside sounds so good. Let's look at some of these prices. Looks like you get a standard one for 8, a special one for 9. That would be in euros. Need some good house shoes, wool lined, or earmuffs. This one's a little different. We have some baby clothing items. And next door we have puppy dog clothes. Cute little winter coats to help keep your little fur pets warmer. I love a good gnome. This shop had several little gnomes among all the other items that they had for sale. And of course, who couldn't get by at Christmas without some plushies, even a dinosaur plushie. Perhaps a doll. And lots of people collect magnets. They had those for sale here. And some really pretty candles and lit stars. If you need a natural sponge, this shop had natural sponges as well as various soaps. And this one had lots of olive wood crafts. Don't you love these little wooden pigs? The carving where you can see the actual bark on the outside. I think those are very unique crafts. Some additional jewelry at this stand. Cute little dangly earrings. All around the market you'll find stands where people can eat or drink and have a place to put their cups. Not really any seating to speak of. Large glass ornaments and little ornaments of every imaginable character. See purses. The tree is in the very center of this plaza, and all of the lights tend to crisscross around the plaza. Over here are personalized engraved items. Maybe you could find your name here. And across the way, we even have a glühwein named after Mozart. Of course, he is from Salzburg, so that just makes sense to do that. Here we find a stand where you can get burgers and chicken wings. There are homemade potato chips and French fries. Also some sweet potato fries. This woman seems to be enjoying her fries with some ketchup and mayo. Lots of flavors of the hot mulled wine there. And I know I'm bouncing kind of back and forth so that I can try to catch as much as possible for you. But there's just so much to see at the market, and it's a nice clear day for doing it. here at this tree is a neat display. I enjoyed watching the little trains. There are lots of tourists, however, it really appeared to be that there were a lot of locals enjoying the day as well, eating some Christmas market foods, doing a little shopping for their home or gifts for family. It was a lovely day to be here in the Christmas market. And it's great to go down any of these little side streets, down what look like alleyways. There are businesses on both sides. All of the little corridors are decorated, and it's a beautiful place to be. Down one of these little corridors, we found another market right outside the area where you could actually ride a horse and carriage. And this market was reserved for service clubs and relief organizations. So anything purchased at these markets, the proceeds were supposed to go toward a good cause. I found markets for the Lions and Kiwanis clubs. Those are clubs I recognized. I'm sure there are some local clubs that I did not recognize. I saw a relief organization for Ukraine relief, as well as other organizations that I'm not familiar with. Our guide told us that if you purchased the Glühwein here, they're usually in paper cups. You're not going to have a commemorative mug there, but the prices will be cheaper. Hopefully people that could afford to spend their money there at Louis Vuitton will consider purchasing something from one of the service booths to help support a good cause. Well, we've just about rounded up these Christmas markets, so I will say goodbye. This is Shirley's Journeys, and I hope all of your journeys are pleasant ones.